Here we are at example 8 from our 0.1 number 2 set of notes. We're asked to evaluate this following expression where we know a, b, and c. Again, we're going to go ahead and just start out by dumping in the a, b's, and c's where they are appropriately. So if we have c squared on top, that's pretty much 16 squared. And then it's being divided by our b squared, so b is 4 in this case, squared. Then we have our plus, our b being squared, so that's just our 4 squared, divided by our a being squared, so 8, that is squared. Now what we're going to go ahead and do, there's actually a variety of ways that you could continue with this problem, but just kind of keeping things pretty consistent. 16 squared, we should end up with 256, if I'm not mistaken, divided by 4 squared gives us 16, plus, again over here we have 4 being squared gives us 16, and then on the bottom 8 squared gives us 64. So when we square all of these items, we end up with these different numbers. Now, before we go ahead and just start trying to combine these two fractions together, it helps us greatly to go ahead and try to simplify things as much as possible. So 256 divided by 16 gives us 16, plus 16 divided by 64. Well, 16 goes into 64 4 times. So really the fraction 16 over 64 can be simplified down to 1/4. So again, 16 goes into 64 4 times, and we divided 16 on top, which is why we have 1. Now 16 plus 1/4 gives us the final 16 and 1/4 for our final simplified version. Again though, that is example 8 from our 0.1 number 2 set of notes.